Hi everybody, today I am continuing with my quest to succeed with a bloom. I've attempted 10 already and they are on a different video. I will link that at the end for you. They were all fails. So today is an attempt numbers 11, 12 and 13. Since recording that video, I've learned some new tips. The first one was to get the temperature to 98.1 degrees Fahrenheit. With this one, I ended up going to 91.5 degrees because I only waited a minute or two between tests, and the previous test was only 89. And I haven't got used to how quick it can heat up once it starts going. I'm using my usual craft resin. For the colours, I will use alcohol inks, and for this first one I use my ocean white. I changed that for attempt 12 and 13. I'll explain that obviously more when we get to those ones. And so I'll jump ahead now to the next stage. Before pouring the clear resin into the coaster, I had taken a bit out and put it into this paper cup, and so I have now mixed my ocean white into it. And now I'm dropping in a few dots of pink alcohol ink, and I will drop in a few dots of purple. And I've sped it up to 2 times speed for you now. The resin has cooled down a little since being put into the coaster. The deeper your resin is, the hotter it will get quicker. So when you pour some into different cups, if you split it into different cups or you put some into your coaster mold and it thins out, then it cools down. The coaster resin had dropped to around 84 degrees. The white in the cup was still at 91. I don't know if that makes any difference. I've only heard about what temperature it should be when you first mix it before you do any pouring. And I'll jump ahead again to when I'm going to pour the white. And I'm doing this bit on 2 times speed for you. And in a moment I'll skip ahead again whilst I'm wiping off sticks and things. I am doing what I call the standard pattern. If you watched, or if you are going to watch my failures video, you'll see what I mean about non-standard patterns. For this, I am sticking with the standard pattern just in case my attempting to do different patterns is partially the reason they didn't bloom. So stick with the standard, and then once you get used to your temperatures and how to do the bloom in general, then you can start experimenting with patterns. Okay, I can see that it hasn't worked on the bottom, which would be the display side. I can see that the white has blobbed, but it is definitely working. I'm definitely making progress. That is pretty at the back. After making this one is when I learned another tip, so I will incorporate that other tip when I make number 12. So the resin for number 12 has reached 92 Fahrenheit, which is 33 Celsius. I didn't show you the Celsius on number 11 for some reason. Okay, 2 times speed again for you. This first bit is the same, except I'd let the temperature get to 92 degrees Fahrenheit for some reason. I don't remember. Same alcohol ink colours. So again, just speeding through that bit. But the tip that I learned is that your white mustn't be a heavy pigment. So I figured that the ocean white is too heavy a pigment. So for this number 12, I use my white alcohol ink from the same set as the colours that I'm using. And I've jumped ahead again to not put you through the pain of watching me mixing up my white and putting it into the piping bag. I'm not very comfortable with how to hold a piping bag, as you can see. So remember, this is white alcohol ink now, which is why I think it's looking so pale. I'm a bit concerned about this because you can't see the white, and I'm thinking it's either sank very quick, even though it's not heavy like a paste, or fill in the blank, I don't know what else, but I figured something was wrong. However, it isn't quite a fail. Now, I don't show it you properly yet. However, I am happy enough with it that I'm going to back it. Whereas with number 11, I don't back it because I know that one's a fail. I'm not going to waste more resin. You will get a glimpse of this one. However, at the moment, I'm just mixing up some more resin to attempt unlucky 13. Will it be unlucky? You've got to be careful how you point these thermometers, because it was showing 95 and I didn't believe it, so I tested it again and it was showing 92.3 there. I still haven't managed to hit one at 90.1. And I've jumped ahead again to me putting the colours in. I'm putting the same colours in, same pattern. Now, the only difference this time is going to be with the white again. I am going to use a white opaque pigment. In the Blooms Failure video, I used pigment pastes with all 10 of those failures. So I used my ocean white, and I've got a different paste, but I can't remember what that's called. For this video, the first one, which I'm calling number 11, was with the ocean white. Number 12 was with white alcohol ink, and this one is with white opaque pigment. And as you will see, it doesn't disappear quite as easily as the alcohol ink did, but it's also easier to get out of the piping bag. With the ocean white, I was having trouble controlling it and it was coming out blobby. That one was fairly smooth. Now, I know I've already sort of spoiled the surprise with that second one there, but the video will jump ahead to the full demold after I've backed them in black, because I didn't want to show you them properly before they were fully finished. I wanted to keep it a surprise. Before we get to that point though, I do want to shout out again my good friend Amy at Resonating Art by Amy M, and I will link her channel again. She is brilliant with blooms. She is the one who's encouraged me, and she's the one who's taught me most of what I've learned in order to get to this point. So big shout out for Amy. Please show her some love, and if you love blooms, you will love her channel. Okay, ready for the big reveal. I will obviously do the unbacked one first. So clearly I am improving. Most of that looks lovely. Even the little blobs on the nice petals don't look that bad. It's just that big concentration of blobbing that I needed to sort out. And for these two, you will have to take my word for it. I only saw the backs before backing them. I did not peek on the underneaths. I'm going to go to real time speaking for these ones so you get my real reactions. Oh, now then. Now then. Ah, that is good. I'm wishing I hadn't done a black background, but other than that, Oh, I am really happy. It even looks like it should be that way up. That looks like it's the start of a stem. Okay, I think number 3 is even better than that. So, oh dear. Three, two, one. Oh yeah. That one, you can see that one is possibly close to blobbing. That one, less risk of blobbing, but I don't know why there's much less ink in that one. So it's a smaller flower, but still, I think I have finally cracked it. Oh, and for this one, it was white opaque. So I think I'm going to have to experiment a bit more with, do some more with white alcohol and some with white opaque, and see which ones consistently come out better. Brilliant. Over the moon. Even looks a bit 3D with the petals raising up off the surface. So happy. Okay, thank you guys. I think there's going to be more blooms coming your way. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Thank you for the likes, comments, any advice. Have a good week. See you next week.